I love Texas. It is all about the wild frontier and all about opportunity. Austin is a great place to live. It's got great food, great music. It's an incredible spot to be an artist. There are folks over here on the east side doing everything from painting and illustration to ceramics to leatherwork. It's really rewarding that I get to take part in something that is like quintessentially Texas, which is making cowboy boots. Cowboy boots have always been an expression of personal style. Folks for a long time have made cowboy boots with traditional imagery, whether it was like top stitching or flowers, cactus, things like that. I wanted to make cowboy boots, but I wanted to draw, and I wanted to take things that you might find in the West, whether it's palm trees from California or, scenes from a national park, do a little bit of storytelling, something that allows me to put my own spin on it. I did a pair that have an image of Santa Elena Canyon in Big Bend National Park in West Texas. You have like a pretty peaceful scene on the front, right? We have your good luck horseshoe. It's like a beautiful blue sky, sunny day. And then we've got a prickly pear cactus. We've got an armadillo hanging out here in the foreground. Got the river flowing right there. And then we turn it around, and things have changed a little bit. Like our UFO that was up here kind of hiding has come down, taking the armadillo for a spin, but he looks pretty happy about it, honestly. And the prickly pear cactus have turned into magic mushrooms. I am making just a few pairs of incredible quality, creative boots a year. A basic pair for me takes about 150 hours. If it's a complicated pair and it has a lot of inlay, it may take me 250 hours to make the actual boots. This is all techniques that have been passed down or slightly modified by one person and then passed down to an apprentice. It takes a lot of years of learning how to do it before you can do it really well. I have one customer named Blake. I made him a pair a couple years ago. I love the way that he interacts with his boots.
There's certain timeless things. A white t-shirt, blue jeans, and cowboy boots, they fit the mold throughout the decades. So when I saw Graham's boots, I was like, man, this guy's got the style for sure.
Okay, so we're thinking about making another pair. You've been wearing these for a while. Is there anything that you would change? Like anything that was feeling a little funky or tight, anything like that?
No, honestly. No, they've been flawless.
It's got so much good patina on it.
Yeah.
A couple of good scuffs and scrapes and whatnot. There is a soft spot in my heart for people who are going to wear them and like wear them out.
I've worn them to weddings. I've worn them to dances. I've worn them to camping. I've worn them on my motorcycle, on trips. I worn them in the garage. And yeah, I will wear them for everything. Literally. You get tired of messing with feet?
Sometimes. Think about feet a lot. Okay, go ahead. Fitting someone's foot is the biggest challenge of this entire process because a great fitting pair of cowboy boots ought to feel kind of like nothing. Like there should be like a second skin on your foot. All right, lift that one up. I measure their feet and I use that to build what we call a last for them. All right. So this is somebody's last that I'm working on right now. So I'll build up the last where it needs to be larger. I'll shrink it down in other areas if they need a little bit more support on the bottom. And once that is done, I'll move on to making their patterns. So I'll take something like this, it's paper patterns, and I'll use this to actually cut the pieces out of the leather. I've got like the front panel, which is comprised of like the tops, the vamps, which is the foot portion of the cowboy boot. So essentially I make cowboy boots in two pieces. And then I take them and I do what's called side seaming, which is just joining them to make the entire boot. This is a secret special stretching solution. It's just water. I really like to figure out a piece of artwork that I'm going to put on top of a cowboy boot. But I also love the mechanical aspect of it, kind of the nuts and bolts of the construction part of the boot. My family's been here in Texas for a long time. I grew up crafting and sewing and things like that. My grandmother, Faye, she is a quilter. I think she's made about 400 quilts, and she's in her 90s now. So I'd be at her house, and she'd be piecing a quilt, and I'd help her, I don't know, start putting the batting on, or maybe piecing some squares and working on like a little tiny quilt. She'd let me loose on the sewing machine, so I'd get comfortable on that. I don't think that I would be doing this without her. All of the inlay that I do is the same principle. It's just like piecing a quilt. I'm building up the scene with a bunch of different colored or textured pieces of leather to get the bigger image that I want. So this is how to make inlay. I drew this up in Illustrator and cemented the pattern on these. I'll cut out the different pieces of this, and then using like different colors of leather, I'll fill in different shapes and then sew it all together. I source leather from all over the world, from respectable tanneries. My favorites are definitely kangaroo and calf. Calf is the primary leather of pretty much any footwear in the entire world. Kangaroo is a beautiful leather. And for inlay, it's a dream because it's strong, but it doesn't have a lot of thickness to it like calf. This is the first step. Essentially, it's like I have a main body, which is this kind of chocolate kip calf right here. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other pieces of leather. We have 2 different colors that make up the actual eye itself. And then for the iris and the pupil, 2 different pieces of kangaroo, like a chocolate brown and a black. So this is the first time that I had made myself a pair of like inlaid boots. They were made with suede pig for the vamps. It's very durable, it's warm, it's somewhat waterproof. And then the tops are navy blue kangaroo, and then all the inlay, prickly pear spines, the little flowers on the cactus are all kid skin. I love these a lot. What are you guys working on? I moved into this shop last year. I think it's a great thing to share space with Kathy Sever of Fort Lonesome.
We make custom Western wear involving chain stitch embroidery, working with clients to highlight their passions or their life stories that they want to narrate visually on their garments. Maybe this one?
Yeah, I like this one too.
Do it.
I love having this like creative camaraderie and then even have a little bit of crossover with the things that we do. I had a customer from Northern California. When she was a kid, her parents would take her to see Paul Bunyan and Babe. It's like a 60-foot statue that was built in the 60s there. And she said, I really want Paul Bunyan on my boots. At first, I was a little skeptical. It was just a little out of my wheelhouse doing people. But we came up with something really creative and fun and a good opportunity for me to collaborate with Fort Lonesome.
We figured out a way to do a little bit of embroidered inlay in and around Graham's leather work.
There's chain stitch embroidery like on Paul Bunyan's chest hair and some like furry clouds up in the sky too. I'm thinking about this as if this pair of boots is going to be around for the next 100 years. I want someone to find my work, maybe in a garage sale or an estate sale, be like, wow, like this is the quality of stuff that was being made back in 2025. And so like, I'm going to take kind of as much time as I feel like I need to make the best quality thing that I can put my name on.